There is only love. Sing with me. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. It's a love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and it's my honor to welcome you here today. I'm so glad that you've joined us. I know you have a lot of different things you could be doing, and you've chosen to be here with us, and we are honored to have you as part of our spiritual family. I'm going to start with our vision mission statement, which says, "We are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles." I want to thank you for joining us as we navigate these challenging, interesting times. And we get through this together, and we hope that this service will give you just a little spiritual break in all of the other video that you're watching right now. So we're glad you have joined us. And I would like to introduce my assistant, who is our board president, practitioner, ministerial student, Nan Bankston, for our announcements and today's practitioner thought and meditation. Nan?
Oh, thank you, Stephen. And it is just so wonderful to be with everybody. We may not have the greatest technology, but we are using our technology to the max to be able to be with you today and know that you are always in our hearts every day, every way that we can possibly express. Today, I just want you to know that we're using music from artists who have very generously allowed the use of it. So some songs that you're used to may not be included in this service. The weekly e-news will now be sent on Friday or Saturday, so it arrives in time for your weekend enjoyment of this service, such as today. Please be sure to read your e-news every week, and whenever special messages are sent. It's the most comprehensive way that we have of informing our spiritual family and friends of necessary information. And do feel free to pass your e-news on to anyone you know who's not receiving it. This week, I have some announcements. I have a special message of love and support from your practitioners, and as a practitioner, I'm very joyously filled with love to share this with you on behalf of all of my colleagues. Dear Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, friends and family, our practitioners want you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time. We are available by phone for live prayer, or if you would just like to chat. Use the link on the website to be able to connect, and that will be in your e-news, which you can see as you look at this video. You may also submit your prayer requests online, and there's a link in the e-news for that. And we will pray for you all week, just like we always have. No change in that. Just know that our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, our country, and our world, and we are here to partner with you in spirit, always. There is a question about classes, I think, and so more information about classes will be available next week. What I do want to say is that the Soul Sisters Supper Club for April is canceled due to Taprock's limitations in service abilities. So now, what I'd like to do is take a moment and we'll just have a breath, and then I will go into the practitioner portion of our service. So let's just take a breath together and just be in that place of oneness. And moving into that space of the divine, I just share this prayer with you. This is a prayer that is from the San Diego Interfaith Ministerial Association. And we wanted to share it with you because it's so very beautiful and appropriate for our time. So after I read the prayer, we'll have some moments of silence, and then we'll resume, and you can just sit in that silence, and I will mind the time for you. So, may we, who are merely inconvenienced, remember those whose lives are at stake. May we, who have no risk factors, remember those most vulnerable. May we, who have the luxury of working from home, remember those who must choose between preserving their health or making their rent. May we, who have the flexibility to care for our children when their schools close, remember those who have no options. May we, who have to cancel our trips, remember those that have no safe place to go. May we, who are losing our margin money in the tumult of the economic market, remember those who have no margin at all. May we, who settle in for a quarantine at home, remember those who have no home. As fear grips our country, let us choose love. During this time, when we cannot physically wrap our arms around each other, let us yet find ways to be loving, to be the loving embrace of God to our neighbors. Amen. And so now if you just take those thoughts of love into your heart for a moment, into the silence. And just filling yourselves with that ever-present love of Spirit, that indwelling love that never, ever leaves us. It is in, as, and through each of us, in every molecule of our being. Filling yourself with that love. Allow that love to lift you, carry you, and radiate throughout you as you go through your day. And now just simply return to the present moment and know that your heart is smiling. And now, it's my pleasure to have you hear a little tune from Spirit Sound, and then we'll hear Reverend Stephen's message.
Let's take a nice deep breath together. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free. as I continue walking in this mystery. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take the higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret, and it can't hold me down. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good right here, right now. I now release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. Mr. Dave Flick. Sing this with me. I now surrender. I now surrender to my greatest, highest good. I now release any fears that block my way. For every step we take, let's take it in pure faith, and we'll be stronger every moment, every day, and we'll be guided every moment, every day.
Thank you, Spirit Sound. So our monthly theme is honoring the divine feminine in all. And this week's theme is nurturing as strength. What an apt title. I'd like to start with a thank you, actually, to all the volunteers at our center that do so much. You don't realize how much people do until you're doing everything yourself. And the spiritual gardeners. Yeah, if you could just bring the sound down just a little on the wireless mic, thank you. And the spiritual gardeners, the grass keeps growing, no matter if we're here or not. And it's great to have people that just show up. They know what to do, how to do it, and we are so blessed to have a family of people, of volunteers, that just do things that we don't even know about. And I just want to thank all the spiritual gardeners and the people that cut our lawn and water everything and make sure that the trash is picked up and taken out and all of those things. So that's nurturing. That's taking care of us even when we are not always here. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So Abraham Hicks, on March 19th, their saying was this: your choices of action may be limited, but your choices of thought are not. How powerful is that right now? You know, we're having a lot of movement choices taken away from us or restricted so that we can have some social distance during this time. But our minds are open and free to think whatever we want. And if we turn on the news and just watch the news, we can get sucked into some very interesting dynamics. And I urge you right now, turn it off. Not this camera, not your TV now, but turn off the challenging stuff. Put on the nature station or your favorite music and look out the window at the beauty that surrounds us. That's what this whole thing is all about. It's about remembering who we are. We see the divine feminine beyond gender. It is the divine givingness of spirit to itself. We recognize the divine feminine in all life, not just in the female. Everyone has this aspect of their being. This week we explore our ideas and beliefs about how we nurture each other and the strength we gain as we appreciate the love that we share. Again, that's what this is all about. Love. It's time to return to love, my friends. Ernest Holmes says, I live in the faith that there is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine. I know that this presence is all-knowing and all-powerful and is always right where I am. By expanding our understanding of the nature of God, we can see those aspects in ourselves and others until we are fully immersed in the oneness that we are. The oneness that we are. He goes on to say, never limit your view of life by any past experience. How wonderful is that? If we only went as far as we went yesterday, we wouldn't see the beautiful vistas that tomorrow brings. So words are meant to describe, not to define you. Terms such as female, male, woman, man, lesbian, trans, bisexual, heterosexual, gay, fill in the blank, etc., all describe the way God, the thing itself, source energy, is expressing in the human form. Do you want to see what God looks like? Look in the mirror. You are it, or as Holmes says, what you're looking for, you're looking with. So take a good look in the mirror and love what you see, because you are the nurturing of God itself. So what is it to nurture, to take care of something you love so very much? The act of caring, loving, encouraging, cheering on, reassuring, and inspiring are all ways to describe nurturing. You know, I have to say that I nurture my bass guitar. I love it. I love to play it. And it was just recently that I looked at one of my favorite basses and I just thanked it. Just thanked it for always being there, always ready to be played. And I love it. We nurture it by playing it. We nurture it by spending time with it. We nurture things by giving our attention. You know, the biggest gift that we can give each other is our attention. And right now we need that attention. Maybe not face to face, but electronically. We need to pick up the phone and speak to somebody. We need to connect via Zoom or chat or Skype or whatever your favorite electronic mode. And maybe it's a little inhibitive right now. Maybe you feel scared to jump in and do something, but that's what this is all about. This is stretching us into new vistas. So, here's a question. Who must I become to nurture, to encourage, and to care for the growth of a person and myself? The answer is, I must be a person of strength and emotional and spiritual maturity. I can tell you that we're all still growing into those spots, but we're on the path when we have someone we care for very much, or who cares for us very much. Nurturing requires that you look inward, reflect and analyze your own behaviors and emotions, as well as meet the needs of others, as well as ourselves. Right now is a time to make sure you're getting enough rest, that you are washing your hands, that you are spending time in prayer. We've got a lot of extra time. You know, I realized how much extra time I had, and then I looked at how much I was praying. And what my mentor said was, double your spiritual practice. Double your spiritual practice. And if you don't have a spiritual practice, start one and then double it. Because we need to start somewhere. And right now, what the world needs is love. Deep truth and love. That is the way through this. That will hold the fabric of our being together. So this type of introspection is not tied to gender, sex, or social identity. Instead, this requires courage, strength, and power. It is not for the weak or the faint of heart, especially in times like these. We all need to be strong with a soft, calm approach. If we can't accommodate someone, let's at least be kind to each other. We can all take the lead from nature on how we nurture. Male gorillas, seahorses, penguins, and flamingos are perfect examples of nurturing beings. They're not bound by gender. In these cases, the males assist a great deal in the caring for the young, and in some cases, they are the sole caretaker. It's not about male or female. It's about love. It's about belonging. So I was forwarded an email from one of our School of Ministry professors, Tom Sanner, who said this. So how do we creatively respond from a science of mind viewpoint, perspective to the COVID-19 situation? He says this: first, we embrace the latest science and follow the directives of the experts to the best of our ability. Wash our hands and practice social distancing. Second, we use our teaching and especially our tool of spiritual mind treatment, emphasizing love. We don't have to wait for a vaccine. We can use the spiritual vaccine of love in the form of our spiritual mind treatment. We do two things with the powerful treatment of love. We begin by sending love to the virus itself. That is what is needed. We need to send love in every situation. And then we begin loving ourselves to eliminate planetary fear. Because it's impossible for fear to exist when love is present. We understand that fear can cause as much damage as the virus itself. We have already proved that love has a positive effect on other living things. Just as our plants and our pets respond to love, so will our people and the coronavirus. We have the ability to encompass our planet and everyone we see with love. With spiritual mind treatment, we declare the unity of oneness of all life. We declare that love is the greatest healing power on earth and has the ability to change not only hearts and minds, but the very fabric of the virus itself. Turn it into love. Turn it into love. So we treat from the consciousness of love, and fear automatically disappears. We've learned that our entire planet is interconnected. Everything and everyone is part of the one. We learn to embrace all humanity. Again, that was from Dr. Tom Sonner. Very powerful words. But something we can all reflect on is that love is the venue in which we live. Just like a fish says, "Where's the water?" We say, "Where's the love?" And we are immersed that deep in it already. We just have to acknowledge it. So in conclusion, Ernest Holmes wrote, "There is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine. I know that this presence is all-knowing and all-powerful and is always right where I am. By expanding our understanding of the nature of God, we can see those aspects in ourselves and others until we are fully immersed in the oneness that we are." So I'd like to go into a spiritual mind treatment now. And this was also written by Professor Dr. Tom Sonner. I recognize the presence and power of the universal spirit. It creates everything in the universe out of itself. Therefore, that very presence and power is in me. I am unified and one with it. I realize there is only life and more life. Everything in the universe is alive and wishes to express. And everything in the universe responds to love. Love lifts up everything from the smallest virus to the largest galaxy. Love permeates the consciousness of every human being on our planet, down to the cellular level. Harmony and cooperation prevail, and anything unlike a harmonious life now disappears or is transmuted into the harmony of love. I pray for our world leaders and our scientists who are guiding and directed by this love. Solutions to scientific challenges are immediate and life-changing, and all rise to the occasion of healing and wholeness. What previously may have appeared to separate us now brings us closer together as one people, one world, and one earth. We are grateful for this truth as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. And now it's time for our offertory. So I invite you to click the donate button somewhere on your screen, or possibly put a check in the mail if you are so moved. Let's put our... Yes. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, yes.
Hi. So I just want to give a big thank you as president of the Board of Trustees and a very thrilled person to be part of this congregation and spiritual family, I just want to give thanks to everyone who continuously is supporting this center with your checks that you're sending in and through the Give Plus donations that are electronic. It's just been overwhelming, and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And so we do have a prosperity affirmation that's in your newsletter.
Yes.
And it is, I participate in nurturing by sharing my prosperity with others. And
Yes, so
thank
let's say
you.
that together.
Let's.
The prosperity affirmation is, I participate in nurturing by sharing my prosperity with others. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
There we have
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
So as Dave continues to play, let me bless this offertory. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in the world. They bless the giver and the receiver, and returned into this community in a way that allowed this place to be here and available for anyone who wants to remember who they are, and even those that may not know what that means. We are so blessed. We release this knowing it is so, as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
Okay. Again, our ecclesiastical team of practitioners want you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time. We are available to you by phone for live prayer, or if you would like just to chat with us. Please use the link on our website to our practitioner webpage for information about the practitioner that you would like to choose. You may also submit a prayer request online on our website, and our practitioners and I will pray for you for a week, just like we always have. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, and our country, and our world. We are here to partner with you in spirit. And now, we'll have a closing song.
Let's sing our closing song. We'll sing it through 2 times. It's a lovely blessing to greet anyone with. Bring your hands to your heart. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. One more time. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy.
Thank you. So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
and in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
I think it,
I feel it,
I feel it,
and I know it.
and I know it,
Just the way that it is,
just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
and just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life!
Thank you, life!
And so it is. Have a wonderful week, everybody. God bless, and we'll see you back here next week. Namaste.